Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today is Shomik Chakraborty and Naman Suri, along with Athro as well. Two informed teams, two teams coming in with momentum, and two wins as well. Gujarat Titans versus Rajasthan Royals. But who will carry it forward? That's the question. Both have momentum, but tonight someone's going to lose. Shomik, when you look at this match, who do you think has the upper hand?
See, Gujarat Titans are a more well-rounded team, and if your top order is scoring 70% of your total runs, then you always have the upper hand. If you look at Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill and Josh Butler, so far they have contributed to more than 70% of Gujarat Titans' runs this season. There is a downside of it, that is uh, GT's middle order is not yet exposed, which is completely antipodian to Rajasthan Royals. Rajasthan Royals top order is not firing, and their middle order has been exposed. But when you have players scoring runs at the top, the job becomes easier. And also, given the well-rounded bowling attack they have, and the way Shubman has been handling his bowlers, um, uh, T20 cricket, anything can happen. But on paper and overall, Gujarat Titans will start the match as favorites.
All right, Atro, going into this match, like we're all talking about it. Two teams have both the teams have the momentum, but with this match happening at the Narendra Modi Stadium, do you think Gujarat Titans will have the psychological edge?
The stadium, the surface, and the pitch over there is basically conducive for batting. So I really don't see an enormous amount of home advantage for Gujarat Titans on this pitch because Rajasthan Royals have a quite a destructive batting lineup, and if they click, then they can do a lot of things. So I don't think home advantage is going to count in this match. But yes, as far as momentum is concerned, and as far as that familiarity with the conditions in the ground is concerned, possibly Gujarat will have a minute edge, but not a big one.
All right, that makes sense. Naman, now over to you. Rashid Khan, I think when we talk about let's talk about the match today, and especially when we're talking about the Gujarat Titans bowling lineup. Rashid Khan hasn't been in peak form yet, and with tonight being one a match against Rajasthan Royals, who have done very well, especially on a big ground like the Narendra Modi Stadium. How important is his performance tonight?
Still, Rashid Khan has is returning from an injury, and that kind of plays a impact on the player. He has been continuously bowling it very hard into the pitch, and I think that kind of has had an impact on him. That back injury is not making it very easy for him, and because of that, his line and length has been way off. So someone like him who had good success while bowling a good line delivery has been bowling consistently full balls, which are in the slot for these batters now extended due to the impact player rule, and they have been hitting him off. But if I go just back to the last game against SRH, he seemed to have getting back into that zone where he always has been. He was not he didn't wasn't smashed that much. I think he ended with the figures of 4 overs for 31 runs. And in one moment against Klassen, he had him perplexed in the sense that he wasn't able to judge the ball whether to play it on the front foot or on the back foot, and was saved by a slightest of edges. So I think there is something that he's coming back. The main point is he has been finding it hard to consistently bowl into the pitch, and because of the back injury again. But he is trying to deceive the batters in the air, and I think that is something that he is trying something new. On the other hand, it is a bit difficult. It's just 4 games. You cannot judge a player who has 600 T20 wickets just after 4 games, and he'll get back to his best. He has a good record against Rian Parag, Shimron Hetmeyer, and I think he's going to enjoy that today.
So, like, even with Rashid Khan not hitting his peak in this season yet, Gujarat has kept actually all their opponents under 170 runs in at least in the last 3 games. What do you think has been the key to their bowling success, and do you see them actually sustaining it against RR's aggressive top order?
Yeah, I'm going to that, Gagi, but before that, something on Rashid Khan, as Naman very rightly mentioned, that someone who has taken 600 T20 wickets, we need to cut him some slack. But at the end of the day, this is an elongated lane patch. If you take into account last season also, I think over 2 seasons he has taken 16 sort of wickets in 11 matches, rather 11 wickets in 16 matches. His economy rate is touching 9. He has taken those wickets at an average of something around 47. So from that point of view, it is an elongated lean patch, and going ahead, it can be a bit of a concern for Gujarat Titans. At the same time, they will take a lot of heart from the fact that Washington Sundar has seamlessly fitted into their scheme of things. Last match, as a batsman, he contributed after they lost early wickets, and Washington is one. He's not a bowler. He's not in red ball cricket. In longer format, he's not a bowler, but in the shorter format, he's someone who can bowl in power plays. So from that point of view, he makes himself a package as far as T20 cricket is concerned. And coming to your question, Gargi, it is about first and foremost Mohammad Siraj's form, the way he has rediscovered his Muyo, the way he is making early inroads, taking wickets in the power play. So that is a big plus. So your job becomes a lot easier when your bowlers are taking wickets in the power play with the new ball, and Mohammad Siraj is doing that. Rashid Krishna has been bowling well. Even Ishant Sharma at his age, he is using all his experience. He is using all. Kishore has been very, very good. Sai Kishore, he has been very, very good. So overall, if you see the Gujarat Titans squad, they have all the bases covered. They didn't have to go to a left field spin bowling option in Rahul Teotia. They are not even a left field spin bowling option, because their frontline bowlers have been doing the job, and that makes Gujarat Titans a very good side. Aside, probably the only side in this competition, in this tournament, who can defend a 170 or 180, totals around 170, 180.
All right. Atra, when we talk about the Gujarat Titans batting lineup, opening pair really seems to be getting into the rhythm. And compare that to GT's disciplined bowling unit. How big of a threat can RR's top order be for Gujarat Titans?
In a competition like the IPL, where most of the teams are equally powerful, you can't exactly say that who are the favorites and who are going to call the shots. It can be GT tonight or RR. I mean, it's difficult to predict that way. But I expect two players to come good in this match or in the next match. One is Rashid Khan, and the second is Yashasvi Jaiswal. Uh, Both are, I think, Rashid Khan needs no introduction. We all know. I'm a bit, should I say, disappointed with the performance or underperformance of Jaiswal in this campaign so far. I would say yes. And then I think he's too good a player who can be kept quiet for a very, very long time. So I expect him to really come out good. And if you ask me what I am looking forward to in this particular game, I would say that um I hope that these two fairly accomplished and illustrious players to come good. One is Rashid Khan, and second one is Yashasvi Jaiswal. Of course, I mean there will be other characters, and they are by no means inferior players. I mean they are as good. But since these two have underperformed a bit hitherto into the season, I think it's time for them to come out and deliver.
All
And
right.
Gargi, and
Yeah.
Gargi, and Gargi, when the Rajasthan Royals management will look at the Gujarat Titans lineup today, and with the advantage of hindsight, they would be kicking themselves when they would see Josh Butler in that batting lineup and Sherman Hetmeyer in their batting lineup. So basically, it was a howler. It was a howler of a call to let him go, Josh Butler go. Uh, it, it should have been Hetmeyer. They didn't need another power hitter at the back end, because they had one in Dhruv Well. Nitish Rana was there. Jofra Archer can hit the ball hard. So from that point of view, I mean, this could be the difference between letting go of Josh Butler, could be the difference between Rajasthan Royals qualifying for the playoffs or falling short.
Absolutely. But I actually wanted to talk about, we're talking about GT bowling lineup so much. Mohammad Siraj is obviously the standout bowler. And Vaibhav Taragi, look what he's saying. Siraj is bowling like McGrath with GT. Credit to Nehra. Shomik, what do you have to say about that? Bowling like McGrath.
No, no. Siraj has always been a fantastic bowler. And see, the fact of the matter is that Siraj uh, developed a few technical problems, and he turned to Bharat Arun in November. Early November, after the New Zealand series, he turned to Bharat Arun. And Bharat Arun instantly detected his problem, that his wrist was not behind the ball. And he worked on it. We saw a better version of Siraj um, in the Test series against Australia. He took wickets, but he was still a bit inconsistent. And then he was dropped from the Champions Trophy squad, with Rohit saying that he has lost his mojo, he has become a bit ineffective with the older ball, with the old ball. Now in T20 cricket, cricket doesn't uh, give you an opportunity to operate with the old ball, because in 20 overs the ball doesn't get old. You barely get any reverse swing. But I think his ego was hurt. He's a very, very proud cricketer, and he has performed. He is a performer, and his ego was hurt. The way he spoke before the start of the IPL, it clearly showed that his ego was hurt. When the India captain is questioning your efficiency with the old ball, then if you are a proud cricketer, you will take that on board. Your ego will be bruised, and you will try to get better, and you will come up with a response. And Siraj, being a fantastic cricketer that he is coming up with a response. I'm not going to the Glenn McGrath analogy at all,
Okay.
because that
Yes,
is a
yes.
different league. That is a different
All
league
right.
altogether.
Fitmonk, today the traffic police caught me without a helmet, paid 100 rupees fine, now would take a week to get over it. And here, Digvesh Rathi paying lakhs of rupees as fine. Destiny. We appreciate the comment, Fitmonk. Uh, but since we're talking about bowling, RR, on the other hand, I think the standout performer is obviously Jofra Archer, and his return to form has been a game changer for Rajasthan Royals. Naman, talk about Archer today. How effective will he be at the Narendra Modi Stadium?
See, depends on the soil that the Narendra Modi Stadium will offer. It has black soil pitch as well. It has red soil pitch as well. If they are to play on a red soil pitch, it will offer pace and bounce, and that is something Jofra Archer will be looking very keenly on, because in the last game, the way he was bowling 140, 150 clicks, it was like he was coming back to his best. He was getting the ball to seam. He was getting the ball to bounce. Everything he was taking off the pitch. It was. I mean, you see Siraj coming back to his best after a gap. Now Jofra Archer as well. So it is a good thing that we are seeing bowlers coming up coming to their best, and Jofra Archer will be a big threat for GT today, because of if the red soil is offered, he is going to exploit it at his best. Because in the power play, the way he bowled to Shreyas Iyer and others, I think it was magnificent, and I think he will be a vital cog in RR's chance of winning today.
Atra, let's talk about Shubman Gill a little bit. In the last game, he finally found his mojo, finally found his touch. But do you think he's still due for a big knock, does RR's bowling lineup pose too many threats for him to dominate?
He has played a big knock. He did play a fairly biggish knock the previous night. And see, Gill is a type of a batter who will definitely come good as the IPL goes on, and and the kind of surfaces that are laid out for most of these matches, especially in Ahmedabad, where conditions are fairly conducive for batting. I expect Gill to come good and come big, not just good. So I think that's possibly round the corner. I mean, we can't say it'll happen today or tomorrow, but it'll happen soon. And yes, the RR bowling attack will pose a few problems. But if I go by what I assess of this Ahmedabad the pitch, I don't expect too many problems for the batters. So, I mean, until now, I mean, maybe when it gets hotter and drier, things will change possibly, but not now. So, I do expect Gill to produce something of substance.
All right.
And Gargi,
Yeah.
this Mota pitch has always been fantastic for batting, unless on a World Cup final eve you are getting too obsessed with the pitch and you are trying to do things, you are scoring an own goal.
Oh, fans, you had no, you didn't have to, put rub salt on that wound, but you did. You reminded us all, and unfortunately, every time there's a game happening at that stadium, happening at the Narendra Modi Stadium, it is something we will all go back to instinctively. But Shomik, since you're a CSK fan, a lot of people are talking about CSK in our comments, even though it's a GT versus RR game night. And Kishu Patel is saying thoughts on the dot balls by MI and CSK. Okay, 34 overs. Okay, dot balls. MI is 204, CSK is 195, SRH is 196. Till today in the IPL, is this the reason they are in the bottom?
One of the reasons, obviously, but the uh, I mean, it is different for CSK and MI. One of the reasons, the dot balls are piling up at the top for MI because Rohit is out of form. Rohit has been scoring runs, and Tilak Verma is not playing number. That is the reason why dot balls are piling up for MI. As far as CSK are concerned, they are playing a dated brand of T20 cricket. They are playing absolutely a dated brand of T20 cricket, which is about scoring at around 7 or 8 runs per over or 9 runs per over in the power play, then meander along in the middle overs, and then the last 3 4 overs are your power play. So they are stuck. They are stuck. Last night we have been discussing this season probably. I hope this will happen. This season should be CSK's Adelaide moment. 2022 T20 World Cup, India got hammered by England at the Adelaide in the semi-final, and that triggered a change as far as India playing T20 cricket is concerned. So the old template was pinned. CSK will have to win this template. CSK, the other teams have moved ahead. CSK are stuck. They will have to change. Their philosophy needs to change. Hopefully, it will happen. It is not nothing about Dhoni or anything. It is about their it is about changing their philosophy, and they will have to be modern. I hope next year they will come back stronger with a modern T20 philosophy.
If I may just add to that, CSK is
Yeah,
playing like Pakistani Champions Trophy. They're trying to take the game deep, playing an outdated form of
I
cricket.
was just about to take this comment,
uh,
saying the same thing.
No, just to add to that, CSK has been too much focused on getting their control on the ball. I mean, their shots, as compared to lofted shots, as the other teams have been playing. RCB in particular has focused on those lofted shots in power plays, and that is how they have been the team with the most runs in the first few overs. And CSK, on the other hand, is doing that completely opposite. And if I come to SRH, they are doing it too aggressively that they're losing their top order very quickly. MI similar. They lose their wicket and then their rhythm is out of balance, and that has kind of affected how they have gone about their business. So I think that is something that they have both. All of these teams have to figure out.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk matchups about tonight. There are quite a few matchups to look forward to. I think starting with Shubman Gill versus Jofra Archer. I think that's the one I'm excited for. Atrio, when we talk about this matchup, how do you think this will unfold, especially in the power play? Will Gill look to counter attack or will he look to play him out?
The ball will come onto the bat and it will go off the bat at a greater speed. So if
Sorry?
it's delivered at 140, if it's delivered at 145, it'll go off the bat towards the boundary at 155 or 160. That's what I expect. And the pitch will assist some bounce will be even. So batters after they get their eyes in. I mean, of course, I mean Archer, such a great bowler. I mean, who bowls at such a high speed, they can definitely cause damage. But as far as T20 cricket in Indian conditions is concerned, I do not see a lot of a possibility of him getting the better of Gill. I'm just saying this. I can be completely wrong, but probability-wise, if you ask me, I think Gill has a better percentage of prevailing over Archer tonight. Yeah.
Yes, the other matchup that I am looking forward to is Rashid Khan versus Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson tends to struggle a bit against leg spin, and this is Rashid Khan's moment to exploit this matchup, even though he hasn't been at his best. Shomik, what do you think?
Exactly. Very good point, Doug. Very, very good point. Sanju Samson has his weakness in expert. Rashid Khan is going through going through a bad patch. But look at Rashid Khan's experience and expertise in this format of the game. He can anytime come up with special delivery. And whether that would be at the back of Sanju Samson's mind, his weakness against leg spin, I don't think so. He will try to play the actual game. He will do that. But I expect, let's see, if Shubman brings him on early inside the power play, I will not be surprised.
Naman, when we talk about the death overs, we've seen in the past few games as well, it has been the defining moments for whoever wins or loses. And if you were to look at the death over duel tonight, who do you trust more at the death? Will it be GT's bowling unit or will it be RR's finishers like a Dhruv Jurel or a Harshit Rana?
I think GT has completely has an
Nitish
upper
Rana.
hand.
Yes, yes, sorry, my bad. Nitish Rana.
Sorry, I didn't get.
No, I said Harshit Rana. I meant Nitish Rana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I completely missed that. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, it completely depends. Uh, GT has been dominant in the way they have been executing their plans, and if I may say, Rashid Khan has also particularly been strong against that middle order of Riyan Parag and Shimron Hetmeyer. So it is going to be a tough competition. And the talk about Samson against Rashid, I think Samson might not even face Rashid. Mohammad Siraj has a very good head-to-head against Sanju Samson. He has him 3 times, and his strike rate against Mohammad Siraj is around 100. So I think Sanju Samson might just get out against Siraj. Yeah, and then that death over thing, I think GT is much more stronger in that section. I think they have planned their bowlers accordingly. Siraj coming off with the old ball as well, and I have totally backed him. There is no stat that tells that Siraj is not good with the old ball, and I'm not sure why it keeps coming up. And I completely trust with the way he has been bowling. He's back to bowling in 140s, above that, and ripping the ball, getting it to nip back. And I think it's going to be another fantastic game for Siraj because of the head-to-head he has with these batters.
There's a question here. Tricky Possum is asking: RR and BC have a better record in Ahmedabad than GT. GT's main strength is their openers. Whenever they chase, their openers average. Whenever they chase, their openers average takes a dip by 50%. Arjun, you've seen this very well. This game depend a lot on toss as well. Who chases and who's batting first.
Unless DU is a factor, I don't think toss is going to be much of a decisive element in this game. Of course, I can't say sitting here, I mean, what kind of a due situation is going to be there. So if there is no due, I think toss is going to be a neutral kind of an element. And it's basically, I mean, I'm not underestimating the bowlers of either side. I have the highest of regards for all of them. But I think I have a feeling that today's match is going to be decided which side bats better, which side bats stronger, which side bats deeper. Because anyway, we don't know. I mean, it can be 140 all out, 130 all out, game over. But I think it's going to be the opposite. I mean, I think the batters are going to come good, and whoever, whichever side puts up a bigger total, and how they go against the bowlers, how they plan their innings, and all those things are going to be very, very important. So I am expecting a battle between the batters without disregarding the bowlers, of course.
Of course, and a lot of people seem to be talking about Rashid Khan still. We've went into detail about it, but Weber was saying, do you guys think Rashid Khan is not that effective as before? Most of the batters need, most of the batters read him, and I think there was another one which said that, now the batters know how to negotiate him. Tell me.
Is this a question to me, Kali? Okay. The fact of the matter is that every team these days has data analysts, and your bowling, whatever your bowling and your batting are being dissected to the bare bones. That said, what good players do, they come up with new innovations, come up with new shots, everything. Rashid Khan hasn't backed 600 T20 wickets. I mean, he has that metal. That's why he has backed 600 T20 wickets. A player can go through an elongated form slump. We have seen it in case of, even in case of Virat Kohli also. If we look at batting, so Rashid Khan must be trying. Obviously, he's trying hard at the nets to regain his touch, to regain his form. But sometimes it might take time to say that he has lost his mojo. Players are picking him very easily. Would be simplifying things, and that would be disrespectful to Rashid Khan also. So from that point of view, you never know. He can come up with the ball of the IPL today. Who knows? He can come up. He has that skill set to do that. So but as long as he is conceding runs, that as because he has set the bar very high. Even a small slip, people will start questioning. So from that point of view, he is facing that also. But you have to, once again, you have to cut him some slack.
I remember a story regarding Rashid Khan. So there is a story regarding Rashid Khan in CSK camp that Mike Hussey once uh, found a cue to tackle Rashid Khan, and this he sent it to, I mean, mailed it to the entire CSK team that this is how you can read Rashid Khan well off the pitch, and this is what MS Dhoni read it on the email, and he went out to bat. Uh, and got completely deceived by Rashid Khan and got bowled over for 9 runs. And this tells that even the most experienced batters cannot read him that well. He has had some off days, but that doesn't tell you that he is still readable. It's just that he's trying to figure out how he can deceive the batter now in the air after, I mean, a back injury that is making it difficult for him to pitch the ball into the surface harder and harder. And that is why I think he's bowling much fuller now.
Well, we have the toss update and quite an interesting decision by Rajasthan Royals. Looking at Gujarat Titans' record, they are, naturally very good at chasing, and RR have won the toss and opted to bowl first. Oh, sorry, RR will chase. RR will chase. So, how does this set up? Do you think, Atreo, now that GT will be batting first, this reduces their chances significantly?
No, no, no. Because if you look at the last few games, teams which put up big totals on the board prevailed in the end. So I wouldn't say that it's going to be that much of a determining factor, but it shows that the when side winning the toss opts to bat second, which means they're expecting a bit of due possibly. And if that happens, then it'll turn things slightly, ever so slightly towards the team batting second. But I don't think it's going to be a massive factor. I don't think it's going to be a huge factor. And as far as the Naman, what he mentioned just now, very interesting point that Michael Hasi pointed out how to tackle Rashid Khan and pass that on to others. Naman, Michael Hasi is a left-handed batter. Rashid Khan is a leg spinner. So the complete, I mean, it changes completely when it comes to a left-handed batter and a right-handed batter when it comes to this kind of a bowler. So Hasi possibly, anyway, we haven't been able to decode Rashid Khan yet. So let's hope something happens today.
All right. Well, let's take predictions now and end the show because the game will also start soon. Shomik, what's your prediction? Who's winning?
Prediction, once again, it is fraught with risk, but I will put my money on Gujarat Titans. And as regards Rajasthan Royals are chasing, right? Gujarat Titans are batting first. See, I'm always a batting first man, irrespective of conditions. Unless there is significant due, I'm always. If you are in doubt, think hard and then bat. If you are in serious doubt, think harder and then bat. You put runs on the board and put the opposition under scoreboard pressure. That is my thought process, and I've always been a batting first man.
What about you, Naman?
I think I'm also going to go with Gujarat Titans. Their top order is in a ballistic form, and it's a red soil pitch that is going to play irrespective. Ahmedabad has been conducive to batting. I think they are going to go from ball one. Jofra Archer can be negated by Josh Butler, who averages somewhere around 45 against him. So I don't think there is any issues for Gujarat Titans in that section. And I think Rashid Khan is to play a superb game today. And I mean, I'm off backing Gujarat Titans here. They put 200 plus and put Rajasthan under pressure.
Atreo, your thoughts finally?
Mute.
Sorry, you're on mute. 1 second. Go ahead.
I'm a big fan of Rajasthan and Rajputana and people of of those places since childhood because of the stories of all their bravery and all those things. So I'll for tonight at least I'll go with Rajasthan.
Okay, all right. Well, there we have the predictions. We'll be back soon at the end of the game, so don't
But
forget to join us
ju-
then.
uh,
Yes.
just a continuation of what After said. The entire management, the entire hierarchy of Rajasthan Royals are based out of the blind.
I like KKR. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Well, there's something going on there. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We'll be back at the end of the game, so don't forget to join us then. And don't forget to also like, share, and subscribe.